What does the word mean?
We know.
Well, how did y'all know?
We use that context clue.
What does the word mean?
We know.
Well, how did y'all know?
Hello, parents. My name is Vincent Taylor, and I'm here with my friend Isaiah Walker, but some of you may know him by a different name. We call him Cornbread. Cornbread, tell everyone hello. All right. So what we're going to do today is introduce you to 8 What's wrong? It's not 8? I thought we agreed on 8. Oh, okay. All right, I'm sorry, parents. We're going to introduce you to 9 educational tips. Cornbread, I thought it's more than 9? Okay. All right, okay. All right, parents, I'm sorry. Today, we're going to introduce you to 10, yes, that's right, 10 educational tips that you can utilize with your child over the break. So let's jump right into it. Tip number 1 is learn a new word every day. Now, in doing so, I want you to apply the rule of 5, meaning you're going to learn a word 5 days a week. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And if you're really feeling good, you can even do it on the weekend. So it works like this. You're going to learn a new word, but once you learn what that word is by looking it up in the dictionary or going to Google, what do they need to do, Cornbread? Think about what the word really means. So close your eyes. That's right. Close your eyes. You've looked it up on Google. You've looked it up in the dictionary. Close your eyes too, Cornbread. Yeah. So now that you know and you can see what that word means, now what you need to do is use it in a sentence. Use it in a conversation with someone. You can use it with your friends. You can use it with your family, but use the word because the rule goes like this. If you don't use the word, you'll lose the word. Say that with me. If you don't use the word, you will lose the word. Exactly. So, Cornbread, I tell you what, give me a word. Okay. All right. So Cornbread gave me the word ascend. So the first thing I'll do is look up the word and see exactly what it means. And I did. I looked it up. And that word means to go or move up. Again, ascend means to go or move up. So I'm thinking about what that really means. I'm trying to internalize that definition, that meaning. All right, so now that I have it, it's time for me to use the word in a sentence. I want to use it in a conversation with you. All right, so what's your name? All right, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Ascend. Cornbread and I loves to go to the airport so we can watch the airplanes ascend in the air. Ascend in the air. So the airplanes are going up. So again, that's what you want to do. Use the word in a sentence. Use it in a conversation with someone so you don't lose the word. All right, parents. Tip number 2, work on fluency. Right? Yes. So when you work on fluency has a lot of different components to it, but we're only going to focus on 2 today, and that is reading at a steady rate, reading at the correct rate, and also reading with expression, your tone, and how you express that sentence. So it goes like this. You're going to play a game with your child, and it's called Say What I Say Like I Say It. Again, say what I say like I say it. And it works like this. If your child can say what you say using expression and reading at a steady rate, then they get a point. So I'm going to give you an example, and I want you to tell me, is this a good example of fluency? I really like to go to karate tournaments. Was that a good example of fluency? Was I reading at the correct rate? Was I reading with expression? No. So I'm going to try it again. And when I do it this time, I want you to see if you can repeat it after me. So here we go. I really like to go to karate tournaments. Now you try it. That was pretty good. Did you hear him, Cornbread? All right, tip number 3. making an inference. Now, this one can get a little tricky sometimes, right, Cornbread? Yeah, but it's okay because we have a real good plan for attacking this. Let me explain, first of all, what an inference is. When you make an inference, you come to a conclusion based on the evidence. Now, this can be evidence that the student has read or evidence of things that they see visually. So we're going to do this through looking at television. Yeah, that's right. Looking at television. So it works like this. You're going to turn on the television, go to a commercial. When the commercial comes on, turn the volume all the way down. And then I want you to try to figure out what is the message of that commercial. What is it that they're trying to tell you about? Think about those things. And you're going to come to a conclusion. You're going to use the evidence of the pictures. Okay? So again, making an inference. That is tip number 3. Tip number 4 is the 3-step comprehension rule. It's real simple, parents. When your child is in school, many times they have to read long passages. And those passages have many different paragraphs. So instead of telling the student to read the whole paragraph, we want to implement the 3-step comprehension rule. And it works like this. Step 1, read one paragraph. Step 2, once you've read that paragraph, think about all the important facts, all the important information about that particular paragraph. And then the third step is write 2 or 3 words that represent what you just read in that paragraph. And then you want to do that for each one of the paragraphs. So once you finish reading the whole paper, guess what? The only thing you need to do is look at your notes that you wrote on the side of your paper, on the side of each paragraph, and that will give you an idea about what the whole paper is about. All right, so we're moving on to tip number 5. This is my favorite. And I can tell it's Cornbread favorite as well. All right, hold on. We're going to get to that part. All right, so it's context clues. Help your child to use context clues. Now, what that is, whenever you're reading something, reading a paragraph, reading a paper, and you run into a word that you don't know the meaning of, you use context clues. That's when you look a little before the word and you look a little after the word. And when you use that strategy, typically you can figure out what the word means. Now, yes, I came up with a song and some moves to help us remember context clues. So it goes like this. I'll say, what does the word mean? You'll say, we know. Here it goes. What does the word mean? We know. Well, how did you know? We used our context clues. What does the word mean? We know. Well, how did you know? We used our context clues. You know what? Let's just jump right to the song, Cornbread. All right, here we go.
What does the word mean?
We know.
Well, how did y'all know?
We use our context clues.
What does the word mean?
We know.
Well, how did y'all know?
We use our context clues.
First we look a little before the word, and then we look a little after the word, and then we check for clues, figure it out. I'm sure the meaning will come, so choose this route. First we look a little before the word, and then we look a little after the word, and then we check for clues, figure it out. I'm sure the meaning will come, so choose this route. What does the word mean?
We know.
Well, how did y'all know?
We use our context clues.
What does the word mean?
We know.
Well, how did y'all know?
We use our context clues.
What does the word mean?
We know.
Well, how did y'all know?
We use our context clues.
What does the word mean?
We know.
Well, how did y'all know?
We use our context clues.
First we look a little before the word, and then we look a little after the word, and then we check for clues, figure it out. I'm sure the meaning will come, so choose this route. First we look a little before the word, and then we look a little after the word, and then we check for clues, figure it out. I'm sure the meaning will come, so choose this route. What does the word mean?
We know.
Well, how did y'all know?
We use our context clues.
What does the word mean?
We know.
Well, how did y'all know?
We use our context clues.
What does the word mean?
Oh, man, that was fun. Did y'all have fun doing that? Cornbread, did you have fun? Ah, yes. All right, so moving on to tip number 6. Now, parents, you may not think this is a huge one, but this is really big. Tip number 6 is choice. giving your child the choice to choose whatever book that they want to read. Because research has found that when students are reading a book that they love, it increases their academic achievement. It increases their comprehension. So you want to give them an opportunity to choose whatever book, of course appropriate, that they want to read. All right, tip number 7. Okay, Cornbread, I know you're excited about this one too. All right, so tip number 7 is introduce your child to a series. Yes, Cornbread, we're going to let you show them the series in a minute. So again, introduce your child to a series because what it does, it gives your child an opportunity to fall in love with the lead character, the protagonist, and follow that character through all the many books that are written. What it also does, it builds that anticipation and it makes the child say, oh, I wonder what's going to happen next. I wonder what's going to happen in this book or that book. So Cornbread, show them some of your books. Okay. So we have Cornbread runs for class president. Cornbread has a bad habit. And hopefully you don't have the bad habit that Cornbread had. He has a habit of beating on things. Do you all beat on the desk in school? I hope not. All right. The next one is Cornbread faces a school bully. Cornbread and the stolen diamond watch. And then the last one is Cornbread and the healthy food challenge. So parents, that was the Cornbread series, but please check the internet because there's a lot of different book series out there that I know your child would like. All right, so we're moving on to tip number 8. Yes, we're almost to the end, Cornbread. All right, what are you doing? Why are you dancing? There's no music playing. All right, so tip number 8 is have your child become pen pals with someone. Yes. When they become a pen pal with someone, it gives them an opportunity to work on their writing skills. They can work on expository writing where they're explaining something, or they can work on a persuasive paper where they're trying to convince someone of something. The other thing it does, you know what, Cornbread? You know what else it does? It gives them an opportunity to work on their spelling, their grammar, the punctuation, all of those great things that they're going to be faced with when they're in class. So giving them that practice. And hey, who wouldn't like to receive a pen pal letter? Cornbread, would you like to receive a letter? Do you want a pen pal? Okay, all right, I'm just curious. So we just went over the 8 educational tips, but there's 2 more left. And guess what? We're going to talk about some math because guess what? Cornbread loves math, don't you? Yeah. All right. Tip number 9 is multiplication facts. Parents, please give your child an opportunity to practice those math facts. Now, I know many of us, well, hold up. Cornbread, do you know your math facts? So? Okay. Well, I tell you what, it sounds like you probably need to practice too. So this is what we're going to do, parents. If you can, get some flashcards, or you can even create some flashcards. And don't focus on all of the facts because most of our students already know our 1s, the 2s, 3s, 4s, definitely the 5s and 10s. And what they need to remember is the commutative property. The commutative property says when you have 2 factors, if you switch them around when you're multiplying, you're going to get the same product. You're going to get the same answer. So let's say I don't know my 8s, but I know my 2s. So what's 2 times 8? Exactly. It's 16, right? So now let's use the commutative property. If you know 2 times 8, then you also know 8 times 2, which is also 16. So again, practice those math facts. Again, more than likely, you'll probably be practicing the 6s, the 7s, the 8s, the 9s, and probably the 12s, right? Yes. All right, so we're down to the last one. Tip number 10. All right, parents, tip number 10. I like this one. Math around the house. Now, this is a good one because this gives you an opportunity to show your child all the math that they're learning in school, how it relates to the real world. So, for example, let's say you're getting ready to cook that delicious cake. Yeah, Cornbread. Exactly. You're getting ready to cook that delicious cake, right? And you get the measuring cup. and you probably need, let's say, a half a cup of sugar. Well, you break out the measuring cup and show your child where a half is located. Okay, so then after that, you may need a fourth of a tablespoon of salt. So again, you can show them that this is a tablespoon and a fourth is 4 equal parts, but we only need 1 little part. Okay, all right, so now that we have all the ingredients in the cake, now it's time to put it in the oven. So let's say we put it in the oven at what? Okay, 3:15 p.m. and then you take it out of the oven at 3:55. How long did the cake stay in the oven? Let's see. 3:15 to 3:55. That's right, you got it. It's 40 minutes. All right, parents, so that was 10 tips that, Square? Oh, okay. Okay. I remember. All right. So what Cornbread is saying, parents, is if you had a picture and you needed to buy a frame for it, you would need to know the dimensions. So the width going across would be 5. The length going down is 7 inches. So again, that's math in buying that picture frame. So let's say we wanted to take it a step further. You have the dimensions, 5 inches going across, which is your width, and 7 inches going down, which is your length. You wanted to find the area. So you want to multiply 5 times 7. Cornbread, do you know the answer before I say what it is? You do? Well, guess what? I think I know it too. And you can let me know if I'm right or not. All right. So 5 times 7 is 35. So the answer is 35 inches for the area. Yes. No? I'm wrong? What do you mean? Oh, okay. All right. So I'm sorry. Whenever you're finding area, the answer is in square units. So it's not 5 times 7 is only 35. It's 35 square inches. All right. Well, I hope you all had fun today. I had fun, and enjoy your break and be careful. Come on, Cornbread. Oh, yeah.
We know.
How did y'all know?
All right. See you later.
What does the word mean?
We know.
Well, how did y'all know?
We use our context clues.
First we look.